Hello everyone, and welcome back to the third installation in a series I'm calling Casually Competitive, Mario Kart World Edition. This challenge is all about determining just how much better competitive players are than casual players, and how much effort is realistically required to achieve that level of gameplay. I'll be taking a time trial of each new course that I learn, for a baseline, followed by a timer recording how long I spend learning techniques. Then, I'll record a new time trial to show growth, and conclude with a race against the computers on each map. This is all to build up to hitting the online scene all at once at the end. I'll be using Peach on the Mock Rocket or Rawpod. If you missed the other videos, I do recommend watching them first, but there's nothing lost by jumping in here. Last time, we went with Boo Cinema, and now we'll be continuing around the outer edge of the map to Starview Peak. But first, it's time to run Boo Cinema once more, to see if there's been skill loss. I'll be doing this for each subsequent video as well, running the previous track once before getting into the new one. So, let's head out to Boo Cinema. Alright, let's head into Boo Cinema. Make sure that the things we learned are actually learned and not just, got them on a fluke. I mean, yeah, we got them a couple times, but a lot of times. But, let's make sure we can still go in cold. Okay. And we start off pretty good. Now, when we visited here last, when we actually completed the time trial, we ended on a pretty good time, which, yeah, that's what we want, right? So it'll be interesting to see if I can keep up with it, because really, the only difference between now and then is I've had time to think about what we did, and I have had time to forget about what we did, so hopefully it still works this time. Good. 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 And missed that. That's fine. Got that. Good. Alright, excellent. Ooh, alright, whoa, 0.7, that's pretty insane. I'm not really sure, I did a clean first run right there, but I must have messed up in the time trial run and not noticed. It's crazy. Well, I was gonna say that I don't expect to beat my time trial every time. I know I did for Acorn Heights. I know it's looking kind of good for this one, although I did just really bonk that wall. But the goal is not to beat my time trial every time I revisit. Like, I'm just trying to show that I can still do the tricks. Alright, a whole second ahead. But yeah, like, I don't expect it to become the norm that I beat my time trial every time. Like, it's cool, but also kind of insane. Okay. Right here, around the edge, on the inside. Okay. We are... Wow. Okay. Maybe I need to tighten these time trials up a little bit when I first get them. Or maybe I just benefit from my learning experience. Always getting better, right? Got that trick. Got that one. And that one. And I'm not going for the world record doesn't, so no need. Okay. 211.3. Wow. Okay. Beating 212.5 by a whole second. 1.27 seconds. Technically 1.274, but who really cares? Wow. Wow. Okay, I mean, that's nice. I did not expect that. Legitimately, I did not expect that. But it's cool. Alright, now that we've got our, now that we've made sure that we can still do what we did before, I don't want to quit, I'm gonna change courses. Let's go head over to Starview Peak and see what we can do there. Anyway, let's go ahead and set ourselves a default time. For those new and those returning, I'm just gonna go ahead and run the track at my normal, my normal way. Like, if I were racing against my friends, how I would do it, before I learn any of the niche strategies, and we can see what kind of difference it can make. But this should be fairly straightforward. I missed that coin set. Oh well. Looks like the Nintendo time might have used her mushroom there. fine. I'm gonna use mine here, though. Okay, that was interesting. I really hate Starview Peak, actually. Like, really hate Starview Peak. Or have in the past. So, I've actually avoided it pretty heavily. Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan. Okay, 1.7 seconds. Over the Nintendo, that's... Well, let's just say I'm looking forward to kicking this time's butt. Because I know nothing about this map. So I know that, like, there's a more optimal... I mean, obviously, more optimal paths. I know a couple of them, at least a little bit. Obviously not well enough to do them, but... I know that you're supposed to take the golden line on the inside, and I actually do that sometimes. But, just didn't last time. Okay. So, like, right here... supposed to, like... drive on here. And I do that, I'm just not very good at it, so... Sometimes I actually end up falling down there sometimes. Okay. Last lap, 2.5 seconds ahead. Not bad. Wow, actually, I don't know what maybe it was just the golden edge running, but... yeah, that was a lot of extra time I saved there. Since I started that lap so far behind. I mean, not so far behind, but only at 0.17 seconds of lead time. To have gained essentially 2.5 seconds of lead time in one lap is pretty substantial. Oh god, I hate this map. I hate Starview. Hopefully that's not the same once I'm done. Okay. That water really is a speed killer, I guess, so... Alright, well, that wasn't exactly great, but, I mean, it's a baseline for a reason. Baseline it's just the baseline. And usually I would race that better. I mean, I guess that's not necessarily true. I really don't like this map. Okay. Barely beat the time by 2 seconds, but, I mean... Alright, gotta have a baseline somewhere. So, let's go and learn and actually try to do this better. This is gonna be great. This is just... It's gonna be stupendous. Alright guys, so I have watched the world record run now, and let's just say this is gonna be interesting. They do some things that that's gonna be fun. Alright, so let's get this timer on. We're gonna get it running now, and we'll begin learning. Okay. It is running, so let's race against my ghost. There's a lot to unpack here. If you guys haven't seen the run, you know, watch it, but, basically, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, so... They actually do an interior trick right there that I am not 100% on, but I will probably work on later. Grab this coin, and then the, path is to get all 3 of these coins. And they actually do use their mushroom here. Whoa, okay. Well, like that, but not that, because, you know, like that, but not falling off. And the crazy thing is, this next part is by far the most insane. They drift through here, trick up to here. Wow, actually I started off better than I expected. And then he drives off. Hang on. Nope. Okay, and then it's, nope, Jesus. Okay. They drive off here, and then attach to the ice side. No, I need to go back a little bit further. This is so weird. Nope, this is so weird. They actually, and then attach to, nope, they attach to the side of the ice. No, I need to be charging a charge jump. Nope. This is definitely going to be where the majority of my time is spent, trying to learn this particular thing. He definitely charge jumps though, so I'm going to need to charge one of those for myself. And then it's like, oh, okay, I kind of almost had it. I'm going to have to restart though. Nope, didn't even get the trick that time. It's a preemptive trick. This one's earlier than you might think. So it's like there. Yeah, see? But it needs to be angled better. Like that. Yes, like that. Okay. And then it's... Nope, not like that. Oh my god. Good progress though. Okay, let's try this again. I'm making decent progress. I was able to attach to the wall, at least. Ah, nope, bad angle. But that's fine. That's fine. This is what I need. This is what I need. Right here. Nope, not like that, though. I mean, I had the speed, though. Nope. I need to fire towards the edge. I need to be up on the edge, and then... No. Okay, we're gonna need to back it up a bit more than that. Oh, yeah. Ooh, nice trick. Nope. 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 Still no. Oh! Yeah! Okay. You guys see that? That's what it's supposed to be, except I'm not supposed to go in the water. I'm then supposed to land on this, the guardrail. I mean, not the guardrail, the golden trim around the edges, and just continue running. Oh, only 34 seconds behind. Guess what? Pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can do that a second time. The answer is probably, no. I mean, yes, because we have infinite rewind, so of course we'll get it a second time, right? Oh, what? Oh, that was actually insanely close to my first try. I didn't think I was gonna make it, so I bailed out. Maybe I should have just gone for it, though. Because, let's try again. Nope. Well, we're making substantial progress, though. Substantial. Nope. Okay, well, better, but... I mean, better than some? Oh, okay. Okay! Kind of, okay. I get it. I mean, I sort of get it. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. So, I guess it's kind of obvious, but I wasn't really... I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of obvious. But I wasn't doing it, so, yeah. The trick requires you to, or at least I found more success, and I did this the first time, but kind of forgot about it. After I attach, I hold left so that I drive up the wall a little bit, and I guess that's... I mean, that should have been obvious, I suppose, but it was not, so. Also, I had no coins. I didn't realize I had no coins. That's hampering my speed. Not as much as it would be hampering DKs, but here we go. Nope, missed it. Here we go. Nope, missed it. Here we go. Perfect. Trick. Wow. Okay. Close. Much as I want this to be a viable thing for me, I'm not sure it's gonna be. I keep getting the trick off, which is nice, but... Oh, I say that, and then... and then I land it. Well, mostly. I can be happy with that, though. I don't need to stay on the rail. Looks like I just need to kick off closer to the edge. Okay, I think that's real progress. If I kick up here, then it attaches more reliably, and then I just need to find the angle where I will... like that. Okay, well, yes, but the dismount sucks, but that's fine. I really care about this getting it first, then I'll care about the dismount. Oh, okay, I actually had that one too, I just didn't do the trick. Oh my gosh, okay. Right after I say it might not be viable to actually do. That's better. See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Except I missed the rail, but I mean, I can still be really happy with that. Okay. Seriously, we're making real progress now. We went like forever without being able to get this thing. And then from there we got to getting it 3 times in the span of like 40 seconds. So, we're getting closer. Okay, there we go. Ah, man. Not if that rail wasn't there. Oh yeah. Just kidding, keep the rail there, we don't need it gone. Now on the bright side, despite how many times I have tried this and missed it, and then rewound, I still have yet to get Lackitude, so that's nice. Oh, yeah, okay. Actually, I'm gonna try to... Alright, well, I'm gonna have to get better at the dismount, obviously, afterwards, but... yeah, okay. That was cool because I didn't actually attach to the rail, but it did fully turn me around. I like that. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a longer one. Timer's already at an hour too. And I am nowhere near happy with this. Like, at this point, I was already, in the other videos, I was already running for times. Now, I said this trick is slightly easier than it looks. I'm not sure if that's true. It's still quite difficult. But it also looks really difficult. Alright, well, I just got it there, so let's try to redo it. It's, pretty gratifying to get it right. Or, when you get it, it looks pretty cool. Alright, got it again. Though it's far from consistent. I mean, I just said that. It's far from consistent. But it is so cool when you get it. Definitely doesn't feel like a trick that you should really have in the, it doesn't really feel like a trick that you should be relying on in competitive. What I really wanted it for, was because nobody uses it in competitive. And because, I mean, having no mushroom in this spot is going to be pretty common in first place, especially when you want to conserve your mushroom for blue shell dodging. So, you know, it's nice to have this shortcut in the bag, but at the same time, if you're in first place, you're really going to risk it all by going for this. This is just, it's ridiculous. But it is fun. It is a lot of fun to try this. I do think at some point for my own sanity, I might have to just drop it. Like, I mean, I can continue trying to learn it, but I think trying to learn it for actual, like, I feel like learning it is more of a novelty. I don't feel like I'm gonna have a lot of opportunity to actually use it in competitive. And, like, the rest of these tricks I will be using in competitive, like, so maybe I should just suck it up and go for the generally accepted strategy. But I really like this. No, I was hoping I would just be able to soar into it, but I had a terrible lineup. And the trick is hard enough, even with a good lineup. Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's so nice. It's so nice. Like, that's a beautiful, beautiful trick. Whatever. Alright? Whatever. Like, we gotta start focusing on some other parts of this, too. So, instead, let's try to focus on what happens after that. Because I've spent, currently, all of the 1 hour and 29 minutes of practice so far have basically been spent on this one trick. So, let's try to focus on what comes next. What comes next is driving this without bonking. Or, not without bonking, but without going into the water. Or going into the water as little as possible. You're supposed to stay on the gold. So, let's practice that for a little bit. Drifting on that is kind of difficult with this. I don't know if it's with the car, or the character, or just because I haven't done it before. But drifting that line is actually not super easy. It feels like the bike is not meant to take it. Like, I can go wider, or I can go narrower, but if I start going... Like, if I start getting that, like, on that curve, if I start following that line, then the bike just wants to kick out and not, like, it either does that because I started early, or if I start it later and bump into the curve, like there, then it progresses until, oh, never mind, forget I said anything, I just like to complain. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's actually try to string together a decent run. I'm sure you've heard me say it 100 times, I'm not actually going for time yet. It's just, you know, gotta put it all together sometimes. So I'll actually conserve my mushroom here, and instead I'm gonna use it at the other spots. So, I've actually never tried this before, so watch me totally fail it. Well, that was not what you're supposed to do. But it wasn't terrible, I guess. Just supposed to... Why didn't that work? That, I don't think that was good. There we go, like that. See, that's pretty easy, honestly. And then you just trick, and you, well, and yeah, I think the goal is probably to just, not run into that fence like that. There we go. That was much better. And then you just stay on the goal. Let's spend all 3 of the mushrooms trying it out. Hopefully we can get it. Again, it's actually pretty easy. It is definitely a lot easier than the nonsense I was attempting beforehand. I mean, look, that was terrible and it still worked. I do need to work on my dismount, though. Oh, that's not gonna do me any favors. After the dismount, we land here, and then we go for a ride. Yeah, see? Pretty easy, just don't bonk on the rail. Alright, and beyond that, and the crazy trick we were doing before, the only real trick that I'm skipping out on is the corner trick at the beginning there, which is a very minimal boost of time. Obviously worth it if you're going for the world record. Less worth it if you're just trying to do time trials. I mean, not time trials. You get what I mean. Can't go for this time because I decided to waste on the mushrooms. The added benefit of taking this path over the, oh, I need to be on the gold, I forgot. Anyway, the added benefit to taking the easier route, in addition to just it being more consistent and easier to pull off, is that in a race, you'd be going through item block. So if I happen to have, you know, terrible items in first place, things I want to cycle or chain, be a good place to do it. What I dislike about this new trick is actually that I can't restart it as easy. It does require the use of a mushroom, and the mushrooms do not restock after you rewind, so... I keep going for the side trick, that's fine though. Get a little bit of water action. Nope, lost 0.2 seconds for the less clean line on the gold, but that's fine. Man, the water really is just murder on speed. It's no wonder the fastest strategies involve cutting off as much water as possible. Or just dismount at the end. Easy. I mean, please ignore all the bonking, but, you know, other than that, easy. And it's kind of nuts how much time that rail saves, because even with bonking, I use the mushroom in the same spot as my first time trial, and even with all the bonking, I still was a whole second ahead. And yeah, there's other little micro optimizations, but the big thing is that boost jump. Boost jump. What is it, Final Fantasy VII? Alright, here we go. Yeah. Maybe I should just trick off to the left. I get that cool water trick, and it doesn't mess with me. No, I'll trick off at the end. I'm not gonna be a baby about it. Obviously, I'm doing poorly now, because I'm behind my time trial, but let's see if we can make up that time in the next one. I won't be saving this one, because it's not perfect, and clearly I have a problem with perfectionism, but I do want to get the experience of running all 3 laps. Alright, here we go, coming up on the last one. Easy. Easy, easy. Oh, and that was a really clean gold, too. Wow, I saved so much time. Like, look at the difference on the map between me and my ghost. Man. I was tempted, but no. Can't do it. Can't do it. Alright, here we go. First lap. Yeah, see? Easy, easy. Oh, that is so much more consistent. That's almost like not even... Wow. Look at the difference between this one and... It's gonna be like 2 seconds. 2.3 on 1 lap. That's insane. Oh man, I think I lost it all. I lost everything. I am devastated. No, but like, that's ridiculous. And it was like not hard at all. I feel kind of cheated. Keep in mind that I fell and had to rewind, and I am still ahead of my other time. By how much? Not much, but by... Oh, okay, well, quite a bit actually. 0.7 seconds. I'd like to finish it again, but again, I'm not gonna. I'll just bail out of it. I just want to get that experience of running all the laps. This is coming together much smoother and faster now that I have decided to stop being a baby and just accept the path that I'm supposed to be taking instead of the path I want to take. Alright, Queen. Aw, can never say anything. You're not safe until it's over. Yeah, but oh man. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, okay. I was hoping to go for a corner trick there, but instead I think I did what the cow did in the second world record run. In the old world record? I'm pretty sure the cow did that. Oh, well, I forgot. This one's gonna be a wash, but you know what? Let's try to recover it. Let's go. Let's try to recover it. Oh, that would have been legendary. Alright, this is definitely the run. This is definitely the one. And I definitely don't say that about all the runs. I definitely don't feel that about all the runs. It's definitely a unique feeling I have for this specific instance. Because it's gonna be great. Here we go. Good so far. Ah, everything is ruined. Everything. It's all over. I did get the purple, the rainbow, but I missed a coin. How tragic. Alright. Okay, pretty good. I did go into the water more than I wanted to, which is to say I went into the water, but, that's fine. That's fine, we can be happy with that. Oh, no we can't. No we can't. Oh, no. No! No! 0.6 seconds slower than I could have been? No! Well, we're gonna have to bail it out, but, let's see if we can... Let's get some more experience in running it. Let's just do all 3 laps. Because that's a pretty big gap. 5? Wow. Okay, I really overestimated. Alright, let's see. What would we end at? We're not gonna, but what would we? Ugh, great. Ugh. Alright, well, you guys, yeah. Let's restart that one. Now, this is the run. And again, I don't say that about all of them. In fact, I don't think I have ever said that about any run so far. This is the first time I'm feeling that. But, this one feels good, you know? And, yeah, no. Gotta get the bounces. Bounce. Alright, here we go. Okay, see, that was good. That was something worthy of being in the final run, so... kinda. Did I get it? No. Sad. Yep, no, perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. Bit of wall riding, good time. This is probably a 2, but a low 2. Yeah, very low 2. That's fine, it's a 2. All we gotta do is maintain it. Get a 4 this time. And then a 6. Okay, no purple. Sad. No worries. Get all those. I totally nailed this sick jump. Yeah. Okay. Looking good. Here we go. 3.8? Okay, well, it's kind of like the opposite of that run we had about 2 or 3 runs ago, when it was our best lap 1, and then not a good lap 2, and I believe it equaled out to just about the same thing, so, you know, this would be a fine time to end on. Even though I haven't got, I don't know if I've gotten a single purple yet on the glider path. That's fine. Clearly it's not necessary. Okay, that was a really good lap 3 though. Other than missing the purple and dipping into the water a little bit. Basically exactly where I want it. And 225? Nice. I'm hoping that that's at least 6 seconds better. I mean, almost. It's 5.6 seconds better, which is lovely. I don't actually... Here, what is the world record time for this map? World record time for this map is 2:10. So, wow. They shaved 15 seconds off with their insane nonsense. But, you know, no, not going for world record. And we took the competitive route, so we gotta be happy with it. I mean, definitely could be getting those purple drifts more often, but wow, no, it's actually kind of awesome that they can shave 15 seconds off of that. Alright, let's go do the computer race. Alright, here we go. Heading into Starview, we've got one save 50cc, we've got hard computers, and we've got items set to normal, so let's see if we can actually run this place any better than we could before. Hopefully, it's a resounding yes, because, you know, that was the whole goal here. With limited mushrooms, though, it's going to be difficult to make too much. I mean, we can't take the shortcut too many times. I think probably, ideally, like, the play competitively would be to hang back a bit and get better items from a later place, so I get maybe triple mushrooms. But I'm not going to do that. First of all, it just, well, honestly, just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I think it's lame. So I'm not doing it. Let's just go. I might have to change my mind when I get to competitive, who knows? I might not be able to stand by that, but I'd like to. Probably should have saved that mushroom for the last lap. Haha, that was a good place to get that. Probably should have saved that mushroom for the last lap in case I needed it to dodge a blue shell. But, you know, it is what it is. And anyway, in competitive racing, if I'm being passed, I'd be getting better items anyway, so I'm just gonna go out and... I'm gonna assume it's not an issue until it proves itself an issue. We'll deal with it then. Okay. Good. Good. What's this? I do like to keep those coins to block out the coin slot. Like if I have a one item coin, I'll hold it until I get a single item. That way I don't get another coin. And I also like to hold them to prevent boos from stealing my items. But if it's just a green shell, it's not really... I'd rather roll for double protection items than... Yeah. Though I would rather have a shield in front of it, so I'll get rid of that green shell for now. Oh, a feather! I've got a really bad idea. I've never tried this before, let's see how it goes. I hope I don't get my feather stolen, that would be super tragic. Here we go. Oh, wait! I did need it. Okay. Okay, well... That was fun. I almost didn't even need the feather, but... Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that lead. That was fun. Okay, I like this map. I like this map quite a bit now. Just a huge improvement from the fact that I really hated this map before, so... But that was fun. Ended very far ahead. Feel like I got a little bit out of my effort, definitely. Definitely running it better than I was before, so... thank you all very much for watching, and please, I look forward to seeing you next time when we take on Sky High Sunday.